Somos celebs, pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my people, them, my brothers, my sisters, whoever's inside, big up yourself, man. You know what's going on. I'm always here with the United news, man. I'm always busting you, keeping you up to date with what's going on. You get it? So big up all of yourself, everybody. And I wasn't on last night, but you know I got to be back on in the morning, man. So yeah, man. Let's get straight into it anyway, man. You know me already. I'm always here with the United news. Bam. Mbeumo, this shit's heating up, you know. Heating up, finally. So it seems that something's happening. Obviously, this first article you can see is Brentford are showing initial interest in Omari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Brian Mbeumo in case of exit with Man United. Brentford appreciate Hutchinson, but no club-to-club talks as of yet. So this has come out the other day. Look at the date at the bottom. This is from the 14th, yeah? It's the 16th today. So 2 days ago, Fabrizio's telling us that Brentford are showing initial interest in Omari Hutchinson as a replacement for Mbeumo. And then today, bam, articles galore. Brentford looking to secure a deal for Omari Hutchinson. Brentford are bidded 35 million. It's been rejected. They've got a release clause, blah, blah, blah. It's going crazy. So they're really trying to get Omari Hutchinson now. This is all today's news about Omari Hutchinson. They bidded for him. It's been rejected. They're still going. We'll read some of them together. Brentford understood to have reached Omari Hutchinson's 35 million release clause in talks yesterday, but agreement fell down on payment structure. Player understood to be disappointed but keen on a move. He don't want to stay at Ipswich. He wants to move. So this is the situation right now. It's going mad. They're really going for Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson plays right wing where Mbeumo plays. It's been said by Fabrizio. He is possible replacement for Mbeumo. Listen, the most Brentford have ever spent is 31 million or something. So 35 million is more than they've ever spent for a player. They're not going to have this money to be like, out here and spending money unless it's the Mbeumo money. So as you can see, Sky Sports spoke about it as well. Brentford expected to go back in for Ipswich Town forward Omari Hutchinson after having multiple approaches rejected on Tuesday. Brentford met the 35 million release clause, but not the structure. Clause expired at 5 p.m. yesterday. Ipswich do not want to sell. Ipswich don't want to sell him. He wants to go. The release clause ended yesterday at 5 p.m. He met the money, but the structure, I think it's got to be paid a bit quicker. They wanted it in 3 installments. So that's the situation. This Sam Taboo is a Brentford journalist. So he's reliable for Brentford news. We know about Fabrizio already. And if Fabrizio came out today and said this as well, we said more on Omari Hutchinson and Brentford exclusive story. Brentford had a 35 million bid for Omari, didn't meet payment terms, needed to activate release clause. The clause has expired. Ipswich hope to keep Omari, but he's keen on joining Brentford and expected to return. He don't want to stay at Ipswich. Why would you want to stay in the Championship when you can go back to the Prem? It's just bang to rights, isn't it? So this is the situation, bro. Brentford are going for his replacement. This is what's going on. So surely there's no way they're going to end up buying a player to be in the same position as Mbeumo. They haven't got money like that. This is the most they've ever spent on the money. This is the most money they've ever spent on a player, you know. They bought Mbeumo for 5 million, by the way, if you don't know. The most they've spent on a player is 31 million. They're bidding 35. So they don't spend money like this, Brentford. Unless you know you're getting half of that money, not even half, double that money from Man United, it makes a bit of sense. And like I said, Fabrizio already said it. He said that they're showing interest, blah, blah, blah. So, mate, it's looking promising, man. It's looking promising. Obviously, another report's come out as well. Did another report come out about that? Did the next report come out about it? No. This was yesterday. There was a next report about it anyway. I'm going to show you lot soon. But Brentford, bro, it's looking promising. That's all I'm saying about this, bro. Because that's a Brentford journalist. That's Fabrizio Romano. These are not no boogie journalists come out and just saying it. Like some chipsy ones that we never heard of. These are proper solidified journalists. And Fabrizio said it himself. He said Brentford are showing initial interest in Omari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Mbeumo. So if they've only spent 31 million, that's the max they've spent. They're not going to go out there and spend 35 million for someone that plays in the same position as Mbeumo. And do you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't make no sense. It won't make no sense if they go and spend 35 million for someone to basically be back up to Mbeumo. It makes sense that they are replacing him. So that might be the hold up. The hold up might be, let us get a replacement and then we'll let him go. Who knows what they're saying? So, yeah. Sam Taboo, he's a journalist that works for Brentford. He's a West London journalist. Fulham, Chelsea, Brentford. He works for all of them. He gets all their news. Sam Taboo. And he said the same thing. Brentford looking to secure a deal for Mari Hutchinson. Leo Thomas, he works for Sky Sports, and he came out and said the same thing. Brentford understood to have reached Mari Hutchinson's 69 million relegation clause, in talks yesterday, but agreement fell down on payment structure, but understood to be disappointing and keen on the move. He wants to go. Everyone wants to leave. It's like Diblin. Diblin's going to want to go. You don't want to be sitting in the Championship when you can go back to the Prem. So he wants to go. And this is the same structure that obviously Delap had. Remember Delap was in Ipswich? He had a relegation clause as well. And Chelsea paid for it. So this is the same. But I think they want it to be paid a bit quicker. And I think that Brentford's going and they're trying to pay theirs in 3 different years. So I think it's happening, man. I'm telling you, I think something's brewing. Something's definitely going on right now. Because Fabrizio ain't going to say this for no reason. Brentford are showing initial interest in Hutchinson as a possible replacement. And then there's bids for Mari Hutchinson. Why would they bid for him? This is the most I've ever bidded. First day. Big up yourself, by you, man. Big up yourself. Glory, glory, Man United. Sandy, come on. We need players on the plane. Yeah, Tuesday we go on the plane to America. For those that don't know, we're going to America on Tuesday. We play a game on Saturday against Leeds at 2 o'clock, and then we get on the plane on Tuesday. So we have to get Mbeumo this week if we want to wrap him up and get him over there. So for him, I'm happy Man United no players. I know it's been positive. It's been negative recently. Brother, that doesn't mean we are going to pay what Brentford want for Mbeumo. We wouldn't be surprised if we end up losing out on Mbeumo. We need to be done by Tuesday. I'm frustrated. No Mbeumo. They spent 5 million and want 65. Mbeumo all day. It's still taking long. I'm losing hope. They're only going to get Hutchinson if we pay up. They just have a replacement ready. I lost hope. Bro, Rasmus, they bidded for him. Read the articles. They've bidded for him. They've bidded for Hutchinson. Look at what's going on here. Understood to have reached 35 million relegation clause in talks yesterday, but agreement fell down on payment structure. They are bidding for him. See, this is 2 days ago on the 14th here, Rasmus. 14th, they've said that's who they're looking at in case of a replacement. Today, they have bidded for him. Look at Fabrizio on the top right. More info on Omari Hutchinson and Brentford story. Brentford had a 35 million bid for Omari. Didn't meet payment terms needed to activate release clause. He's got a release clause. They tried to take him, bro. This is not they're trying to get replacement. 2 days ago, what Fabrizio says here on the left, 14th, you can see the date, that is them just saying he's on our short list to replace Mbeumo. Now they're bidding. What are you bidding for? The most they've ever spent on a player is 31 million. This is the most they will ever spend on a player. You think they're going to play this money and still have Mbeumo sitting there? Come on, man. It's not going to happen. And he plays in the same position as Mbeumo. What are they going to do? What? Have both of them just battling for a position? They're not in Europe or nothing. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro. I lost hope as well, Rasmus. Don't worry. But it's coming back now. Trust me. Yeah? It's taking the piss and making us look like mugs. The story surrounding Mbeumo is too much. Just get this deal done and walk away if the deal is not suitable. This is what I was saying. And when Ornstein come out yesterday and said, nothing looks like it's changed. We ain't got anywhere closer, blah, blah, blah. I felt the same way. But this came out 2 days ago about replacement. So if nothing is happening, why are they looking at replacements then? They don't make no sense. And they've bidded today. This is 4 different sources, by the way. This is 4 different sources. Look to your right. Sam Taboo, Leo Thomas, Fabrizio, and Darmesh that works for Sky Sports, and they've all said they've bidded the 35 million release clause, but they just flopped on the payment structure. So maybe Brentford, Ipswich won it like in 2 goals or something, and Brentford are saying we won it in 3 goals. We want to pay 35 millions, 8 million there, 8 million, something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes sometimes. So I'm thinking it's going to happen, man. Trust me. It's peak. I see, can't see Rashford, Sancho or Garnacho. Then Mbeumo was pending for the whole transfer window. We finished 15th. If we don't sign him, it's peak. Look at the rest of the time. Oh, it's peak. It's peak. I had a chart as well that showed us. Let me show you this ICO. Look at this chart here. Peak. It showed us everything about all the transfers. My brother, hold on. I'm going to show you right now. Watch this chart here. You're going to laugh, bro. And this is why, bro, I've been coming here every day and it's been negative news, bro. This is probably the best thing that's happened. It's positive today. Do you understand? Because, bro, we don't know what's going to happen, innit? No one knows what's going to happen. This can mean nothing, but you got to just put 2 and 2 together and make it make sense. The most they've ever spent on a player is 31 million. This geezer's going to go for 35 million, and he plays in the same place as Mbeumo. Fabrizio's came out and said he's a Mbeumo replacement, and they bidded for him. 4 different outlets have come out today and told us that they bidded for him. Like, there's got to be something brewing. Where's this thing here? Let me show you this thing so you understand what I'm talking about. This is madness. So yeah, man, this is the situation right now. Look at this. This is for the teams. Look, look at what's going on here. You would think that Liverpool just finished 15th and we just won the league and we just got 1 player in to just boost our squad. We're already happy with our team, so let's just get 1 player in. You would think that they finished 15th, the way they're moving up there, and they're trying to get Isaac as well. Crazy, bro. Crazy, innit? When you look at this. Madness. So yeah, man, let me get back into it anyway. Mbeumo, man, I'm telling you, lot, man, stay positive, man. I was negative as well from yesterday when when Ornstein came out and said what he said. We're not even close. We've been chatting to them for 6 weeks. It's not imminent, blah blah blah. But bro, it's got to make sense to you though. Listen to this. The most they've bought a player for is 31 million. They don't buy a player. Mbeumo cost them 5 million. They don't buy players for expensive money. This is Brentford. They buy players for cheap and sell them on. They're like Brighton. They don't go out there and spend mad peas. 31 million is the most they've ever spent on a player. They're trying to buy him for 35 million. It makes sense they've got the money. Fabrizio's here saying this 2 days ago. The date is at the bottom. Look at the bottom of the first article. 14th. He says, Brentford are showing initial interest in Omari Hutchinson as possible replacements for Bryan Mbeumo in case of exit with Man United. In case he exits for Man United. And then today they've woken up and bidded. 4 different outlets have said it. Fabrizio Romano, who a lot of you love. Damesh, he's a Sky Sports geezer. Sky Sports Liao, he's kind of reliable as well. And then you've got Sam Taboo, who is a Brentford, West London journalist. Brentford, Fulham, Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. And they're all saying the same thing. Brentford looking to secure a deal for Omari Hutchinson. They missed the deadline, but they're still in there. They're still in there. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. He wants to leave. What the fuck am I going to stay in Ipswich for in the Championship? I want to go to the Brentford. So they've gone for a 35 million bid for Omari Hutchinson. So this is what's happening right now. We're going to see how it evolves. But, mate, Fabrizio said it out of his own mouth, mate. He said, listen, they're going to try and replace Mbeumo with Hutchinson. So maybe it's a thing where, you know what, we'll hold on to it right now. Let's get our replacement, then we'll let Mbeumo go. It might be that. But they're not going to go out there and spend their maddest money on... Remember, they've replaced Norgard already. Norgard's gone. Thomas Frank's gone. And who else has left Brentford? Ain't someone else left Brentford? I can't remember who else has left, but they haven't got money. Like, no one's been bought for no mad money. Norgard's gone and they've got Jordan Henderson, who's on the maddest wages because he's experienced, 35, etc. So how are you just going to go out there and spend 35 million unless you got the money double? It's wrapped. I'm telling you, man, this is positive news. From what came out yesterday about Ornstein, Fabrizio didn't come out and say none of that stuff. He didn't say, nah, they're not close or nothing. He just said this 2 days ago, that they're very close. If Ornstein, if Mbeumo goes, they're going to get Hutchinson. And then today, everyone's talking about a bid, and he's saying it himself. More on Hutchinson news. Brentford had 35 million bid rejected, didn't meet payment terms needed to activate release clause. So I think it's that the way they tried to pay it didn't make them happy. They said, no, on the release clause, you've got to pay it this certain way, blah, blah, blah. They didn't meet that way. But he's still keen on joining Brentford and they expected to return. So they're going back there. So this ain't a thing where they've just gone there and spoke to them and said, yo, we're interested in him. What's he said? No, they've tried to get him. So this is something's brewing here, innit? We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. We'll see. no, we don't want Jackson. I don't want Jackson either. I'm not happy with Man United, no signings. I trust you then. Rasmus, I'm just explaining it. Obviously, I'm not in that room, but think about it though. Let it make sense. Do you know what I mean? Because you thought that they were just putting him as an alternative. That's what the first article says. That was 2 days ago. I just brought that here now so that you can see how this whole thing built up, so that it all makes sense to you. The first article just shows us 2 days ago, and then this is all today. The other 4, all today. 4 different journalists they've bidded for Amari Hutchinson. So they want him, mate. And he's pissed off. It says he's angry. He's upset because Ipswich are saying we don't want to sell him. You want to keep me in the Championship? Let me get out of here. What are you lot doing? I reckon we offer Liverpool 50 million for Darwin Núñez. I like it, and it no way. That's never going to happen, bro. We're not guaranteed for no Liverpool players or City players. That won't happen. He wouldn't even come. Is United still be hit for 70 million? Is United still be hit? I don't know how much it's going to be, bro. I don't know how much it's going to be, but they're looking at a replacement. So if they're looking at replacement, something is going on. Maybe they've turned around and said, you know what, we'll take the 60. Who knows what it is? We don't know. That's the thing about them Mbeumo. Everyone's like kind of guessing. No one actually knows what's going on. Ornstein's come out and said they're still far apart, but he didn't say no numbers. No one is saying like, all right, they want this or they want this. Like everyone's keeping their cards so close to their chest that no one knows what's going on. So we don't know what it's going to be. But why are they going to bid? The fact that they're bidding, something's brewing. If they were just in talks with Amari Hutchinson, I'll say, you lot, don't worry about it. It's just they're just in talks. Anything can happen, whatever. But they're bidded for him. They've tried to buy him yesterday, and they've said, no, you didn't do the payment properly. But they're going to return now. So I don't know what's going to happen. And he wants to leave. He's not happy. Ipswich do not want to sell, but he's saying, I want to leave, bro. Like, I want to join Brentford. I want to stay in the Prem. What's the thing with Estupinan? I'm going to get into that next. Don't worry, I got you. I reckon we offer Liverpool. Oh, you're going mad with this one, Sancho, man. Sancho, you're going bananas. How true is the Jackson story? We're going to get into that. Don't worry, I got you, though. Rashford is being linked to Liverpool, says Sky Sports. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. I think that's a non-story. I'm going to spin back on this anyway, man. You know, if you're not missing anything, you know the thing. I'm going to spin back round. Let's get into the next one. It's Estupinan. This geezer plays for Brighton, of course. He's not a bad player, all right. But Man United and Milan both hold a genuine interest in Brighton's Pervis Estupinan. I don't know how to say his name, you know. Man United have now held talks with the player side. No formal approach yet, but Brighton are open to selling, having added. Remember, they've just bought a new left back called Goalkeeper or something like that. So now they're saying they don't mind selling my man. I don't know how much they're going to be. Brighton always bump people. Apparently, he's got 1 year left on his contract. I don't know. I feel like we've got a few left backs though, so I don't know, man. I don't know if we're in for him. This is agent talk or not, but Ben Jacobs has been solidified this whole transfer window. He's come out and said this, so there might be some truth in it, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's true. Obviously, he's athletic, he's physical, he fits the bill for a left wing back, innit? But it's just like, is it needed right now? We've got other positions that are more solidified than left wing back. We've got Dorgu there. Mazarawi can play there, Dalot can play there, Amaz, we got that Diego Leon. So I don't really know if this is priority, mate. Like, why are we prioritizing this? We got goalkeeper position to handle. We got striker, midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? Right wing back. Like, Amad's going on AFCON soon. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is true or not. Obviously, Ben Jacobs, he's solidified, isn't it? He's been saying some stuff this window, and it's been true. But I just can't see why we would. Maybe we just, like it says in it, we hold interest, but maybe nothing to it. Maybe we'll go for him next year or something, but it doesn't make sense going for him now when we've got that position is probably the most lit. Dorgu can play there, Dalot could play there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much position. Amaz, there's so much players that can play there. Luke Shaw. Like, why would you go there now when we need a striker, we need a midfielder? So I don't know, mate. But like I said, he's a good player still. He'll be a good signing, but I don't think we need him yet. I think we should be getting linked to some strikers right now, not him. Speaking of strikers, let's get straight into Action Jack, yeah? So this is the situation with this geezer. We've been linked to him a few times, you know, in the past. But I didn't think nothing of it. I thought, you know what? It is what it is. But, bruv, yesterday went bananas. Yesterday actually went crazy. Look, Man United are monitoring Nico Jackson. Man United are considering the move for Nico Jackson. Hurst class has come out. Hurst is kind of reliable. Time Sport, Pete Hall. This is all Man United journalists. And he's saying, bruv, interest in Nico Jackson is genuine. No bid yet, but Man United are looking at other options. could be available at a knockdown price given Chelsea's need to clear the decks. Remember, they've got about 4 or 5 strikers now in Cuckoo, Delap, Gui, João Pedro, who's doing his thing now. It's not going to make no sense for him to stay there. But, bro, everyone needs to stop taking their kind of scrubs. I don't really rate Nico Jackson. He will do all right, but he misses bare chances. He's a walking yellow card. I think the ref's already got his name in the book before the game even starts. Like, he's always getting booked. I ain't got time for all that. Guy gets red carded for stupid stuff. Like, you would need him in the game and he'll just get sent off. So it's long, mate. I ain't got time for it. Man United are one of the clubs keeping an eye on Nico. So this is 4 different sources all coming out and saying we're keeping an eye on him. I don't know. I'll take him on a loan. Anyone is better than Rasmus. So I'll take him on a loan deal for a year or something. But, bro, I would not get Nicholas Jackson as our number 9 in 2025. No way. This guy is a walk-in. He's a headache. He's just a madman. He might score one day and he might miss the next day. He's like a Nana. He could go good one day, then the next day it goes bad. We can't do it, man. There's no point taking the risk. Just leave him over there. And Chelsea are just bumps anyway. They'll probably want 70 million or something, 60 million, and you end up buying it for 55 or something, mad. You know, like that. Like, it's not even worth it. Let him deal with what he's dealing with over there. Let them try to get rid of him. Let's not be that guy. Let's not be Arsenal and come in there and take all their scrubs. So I'm not on the Nicholas Jackson wave. I'm not on it. But this is the only links to Nico Jackson. It's not nothing solidified where it's like we've made a bid or we're in contact with Chelsea. Remember, all of these are saying Man United are considering, are monitoring, interest. Look at all the words on all of them. Interested, keeping an eye, monitoring. That doesn't mean anything, mate. That just means like someone's gone around someone and said something. It doesn't mean nothing. Yeah, we like him. Still, he's all right. That's what it means. It doesn't mean anything. We might not bid for him. We might not even take him serious. Like I said, I'd rather go for Watkins. If it comes to strikers, I'd rather go for Watkins or Mateta. That's the 2 that I will probably want in the Prem. Prem proven, let's go for that. I'm not going for Jackson, mate. Chelsea fans hated him at one stage. Oh, this guy misses too much. Let's go get Osimhen. They were screaming for a striker when they had him. That's already a bad sign. You can't be screaming for a man's position when you've already got a man in that position. So I'm not on that. So yeah, I don't know what you lot think about Action Jack. Let me know, but I'm not really rating him still. I'll be real. Let's get into the Martinez. This guy, bruv. You know how much times we've been linked with this geezer, but I keep thinking that he's only gonna come if Onana goes. That's what certain people have been saying, but the whole Argentina yesterday just went crazy about him. These sources are reliable Argentinian sources. And they've all just gone mad that Man United are in for him. We've started talking to him, blah, blah, blah. Negotiations are in progress between Man United and Villa for Martinez. A formal offer is expected in the coming days. Formal talks are taking place with Emi Martinez. This is this morning now. Like that, these talks are taking place today, apparently. So I don't know, man. And that determination to finalise the deal. United want Martinez and the player wants United. Aston Villa wants 40 million. But we want to pay 33. That's even too mad. 33 million. The guy's 33 years old. I know goalkeeper's got a long lifespan, but we can't be paying that for my man. There's better goalkeepers out there. Lamens is out there. Chevrier. There's Bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't pay that for my man. I wouldn't think that we're going to do that. But we'll see. We're linked with him heavy. This is a lot of Argentina sources to come out of it for no reason. Something might be going on there. It might be his agent. I don't know. Trying to get a new deal or something. But from what I saw from like Laurie Whitwell and that they said yesterday, they said, we need to sell a keeper to be able to buy one. So I don't know where all of this is coming from. Unless someone's going and buying there, I heard that if we sell buying there, then we're going to go for John Victor. So I don't know what's going on now that it's all my man. Emi Martinez was said that if we go for Emi Martinez, it's because we sold Onana. So now that it's just, I don't know, man. It's all over the place, man. I'm gonna try to find you the article about the keepers where it says it, so that you lot can understand that. I don't know if it's just a smoke screen. Something else is brewing, but this is it here. Look, and it spoke about Lamens. Man United and Leeds are interested in signing Antwerp goalkeeper Lamens. No goalkeeper in the world made more saves or prevented more goals than Lamens last season. No goalkeeper. So this is what this is like the goalkeeper of Gyokeres. You know, Gyokeres scored the most goals in the whole world. He's the goalkeeper version right now. And he's young as well, 23-year-old. He's only available for 20 million euros. Cheap. But like I said, look at the last article. In terms of goalkeepers, Botafogo's John Victor has been scouted in case Alta buying their leads, while there were talks on Emi Martinez at Aston Villa, but Man United could only afford his feet if Onana is sold. Onana is injured for 6 weeks. So I don't know what's going on, bro. If this came out yesterday, and this is from Laurie Whitwell, someone that we really do trust, that talks sense. I don't know about these Argentinian sources that are coming out and saying all this about my man, because we ain't going to sell Onana. Unless Onana is going to get sold while he's injured, which is very unlikely, how the hell are we going to be able to afford him? It doesn't make no sense. We gave Tom Heaton a third choice deal as well. Remember, we let him stay for a year. So where is this guy going to come in? I don't know what's going to happen, but it's heating up in Argentina anyway. I don't know why, but it's going bananas. This is all yesterday and today. They're just talking about him every minute. So we'll see what happens with that, man. I don't know what's happening. I'll get a few of these and I'll move on to the next one. There's still loads to talk about. Still mad going on. How true is this Jackson stuff? Mate, this is the Jackson stuff here. Like I said, it's just, if you look at the words, yeah, see, when you see articles, you got to look at what their word they're using. Look at the first one. Man United are monitoring. I can monitor my TV. I can monitor the next door neighbor's car. It doesn't mean anything. Man United are considering. How much things do you consider doing a day and you might not do it? Like, look at the words. Interest in Nicholas Jackson is genuine. No bid yet. Interest. We're interested. I like him, you know. We might go for him. It's not nothing serious. It's not we're making a bid now, or the club-to-club talks, or the talks have started. That's the words you need to watch out for. So it's not nothing serious, man. Look at the last one on the bottom. Man United are one of the clubs keeping an eye on Nicholas Jackson. What are we, security guards now? We're keeping an eye on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not serious. So when you read these things, you got to really look at what words they're using and then you just move on. Don't let it trigger you. Because a lot of people see this and go crazy. Look at the words they're using. Monitoring. Like, it doesn't mean anything, mate. It's just them putting out a story to say, look, they're monitoring. He might be part of a list that's got about 10 people. He might be part of a list that's got 10 different strikers on it. Because we're monitoring him, it comes out to be something bigger than it isn't. So don't take it with a pinch of salt. Rashford is being linked to Liverpool. I saw that. I don't think that's anything serious. I hope we don't sign Jackson. We need to stop giving Chelsea money for players they don't want. This is what they're doing. They're bumping the whole Prem. Arsenal keeps taking all their scrubs. We took Mason Mount, and now what? If we take him, bruv, I don't know what they're getting. I don't know what Chelsea owners have got on all the whole of Prem where they have to sell their players to everyone. Everyone has to come for them. It's weird, but mate, hopefully we don't go for this, man. I don't think we will. I think it's just words, innit? This is what I'm trying to say. Take it with a pinch of salt. Fun show. Liverpool United not done business till 1964. They don't do business together. Exactly. Liverpool United, we don't even do business with City. I think we only do business with City like academy players or something like that. We won't be doing no business with them like that. You get it? Jackson is not fit for our 9. No. It's not going to happen, man. Don't worry about it, man. Sylvester, you're good, man. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're just monitoring. He's on a list. It's a story for them to start and be talking about, and they get clicks. Every time they make a story, you go on their website, they get a click and they get money. It adds up to something. The amount of people that go on their website. This is what they're doing. Hoyland and Jackson is lethal. No way, bruv. This guy, Ivan, you're buzzing. CR7 and Rooney vibes. You're getting mad. It's cap. We're not monitoring that. Yeah, I'm not on it. I don't think it's true. Yeah, Wayne's not happy with Sir Jim. Tell you that. Let me get into the next one now. You know me, I don't do the clickbait thing. Agreement. We've got an agreement here finally for this freedom fighter. Yeah? Hopefully he gets his freedom now. So it's saying Juventus have an agreement in place with Jadon Sancho over personal terms. It's now up to the clubs to agree a deal. And then they've turned around and have increased their offer to Man United for Jadon Sancho for 15 million. But listen to this. We wanted 25 million for him. So I've seen reports about a severance. So this is what came out yesterday. Let me show you what came out yesterday. This is what came out yesterday about Man United are so keen to move on Jadon Sancho that we're now agreeing to pay his severance fee. A severance fee is basically like the end of his contract. So when Maguire was linked with West Ham, Maguire and McTominay, Maguire asked for his severance, and that's what stopped it. Remember, they put in a 60 million bid for Maguire and McTominay when we had Ten Hag, and then the only reason he didn't go was because he said, pay me my money until my contract finishes. And we said, we oohed and ahed, and then he just stayed. Sancho, being a dickhead, he's saying, yo, I want my freedom, so I need I need my money, mate. That's what he's doing. He needs his P's. Apparently, yesterday, we agreed to pay the severance fee, but Juventus have asked to do it as well. They asked to put in half or something. So that might make sense. That's the only thing that will make sense of why we will take 15 million. Because 25 is a bundle. You're saying 25 million for him, like, go. But the fact that they're offering us 15, it can only be part of that severance money. Like, you know what, we'll pay like 4 million out of it. At the end of the day, it's only going to add up to about 20 million anyway. Even if we took the 25 and we paid the severance, it'll probably be 19 million anyway that we get. So I think that might be part of it. But this is what it's saying. It's saying, Padula from Italy, he's saying that Juventus have found an agreement in place with Sancho of personal terms. That's always been the blockage. It's the personal terms. Napoli couldn't pay his personal terms. Chelsea offered him 200k. He said no. So I think now he's turned around and go, you know what? When I dissed Chelsea and I told them no because I thought bare clubs will come in for me, Napoli did come in for me. Fenerbahce did come in for me, but I'm not happy with the offering. Now I have to either take this or I'm fucked. I don't think anyone else is going to come in for him because everyone that's came in has offered him money and it hasn't worked. He was happy in Chelsea, happy, staying in London. He's lit. And he said, nah, I'm not taking 200k. Someone else will come and give me more. No one else is giving him more. So hopefully this is true, that he has got an agreement in place and that with the personal terms. Because if the personal terms is done, then he's gone. That's all it is about Sancho, the freedom fighter. He's going to get his freedom if he gets the personal terms done. But then obviously we got this article, which might be a little, I don't know. Simon Jones has come out and said Sancho is an option for Juventus, but he's not their priority as they push for Conceição. And then Conceição got a here we go yesterday. So I don't know, is it just one or the other, or is it both of them? I don't know what's going on here. Because this is what happened last night. Look at this, the last one. Yeah, it says Juventus are expected to make a formal bid. They made the bid and it got a here we go. Fabrizio put it up. So are they going for Conceição and Sancho, or are they going for both? Who knows what's going on with this thing here? I don't know, mate. But obviously they got Conceição here we go last night, and this is what's come out. So hopefully they've got an agreement, bro, and this geezer can just skip, because it's every single time. There's always an obstacle. You'll see it. Napoli have open talks for Sancho. They're about to sign him. They can't agree wages. They walk off. Chelsea. So we send him back 25 million. Couldn't agree wages. We paid the 5 million to send him back. Fenerbahce. We want him. Fenerbahce said they'll pay everything. They've got some mad money in Turkey right now. They're paying Osimhen's wage 16 million a year. Duran's on loan there, 310k a week. They've got mad money over there. So we'll pay your whole wage. Jose Mourinho spoke to him on the phone and he said, I don't want to leave the top 5 leagues. I want to stay in the top 5 leagues. So he's getting limited so down that he has to take Juventus. If he doesn't take Juventus, we are fucked. He's fucked. He's not getting the freedom he wants. We're not getting no freedom. He's going to be rotting on the bench. Not even on the bench. Probably be in the reserves and just be playing Xbox. So that's the situation with the freedom fighter. It says they've got an agreement. We hope it's true. We'll see what happens as the day goes on. Hopefully more comes out about this, but we'll see, mate. We'll see. Let me get a few of these messages and I'll move on to the next one. We're not monitoring that. Padula's not trusted. He's been lying. What's he lied about, Big O? Swear down. I don't know. When I see certain things on the United stand, I think maybe they've got a bit of pedigree. Jackson will come to United. They need a striker like Jackson, aka Little Drogba. Allow it, man, Wiz, man. Wiz is Chelsea'd off. Wiz is Chelsea'd off, mate. Wiz is a Chelsea fan, by the way. That's why he's trying to say Jackson's going to come United, because he doesn't even like him himself. But remember, I've got something for you, Wiz. I've got something for you. Don't worry. I've got some news for you still. The leader of the freedom fight is FFP. We need to take that 15 million and run. I will take it because it's wages. Remember, guys, you see with Sancho, it's not really the fee. It's the wages. This guy's on like 300 or 275k. It's crazy. We need this geezer to go, mate. Martinez is not a bad keeper. Yeah, he's not a bad keeper. We're not paying 35 million, 40 million for him, Wiz. So hyped for us to sign. We're not signing Calvert-Lewin, man. That's gas. We don't need a striker. We need to do it all mid next to Bruno and Xerxes. Maino can yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Some people are saying that, but bro, Xerxes didn't score goals though. Remember that, AJ. As much as we love Xerxes and he can do the link-up thing and he's better than Højlund, he's not a proper striker where he scores goals. Let's not forget that. I prefer Xerxes in the 10. Do your little magic and play the wing-backs in and all that, but let's not do this like he's a goal scorer and he's going to change everything if we put Cunha and Mbeumo behind him, because he still doesn't score goals. Even the way Xerxes kind of shoots, I find it a bit weird. He always shoots like he's passing it. You know what I'm saying? He never really laces it. But yeah, so I like Xerxes, but I feel that we still need a number 9. And if it's not working, then you bring Xerxes on and change the dilemma. So bring on a proper number 9 that's going to get to the end of the ball. If he's getting marked out, say we go Everton, you got Brentford, Tarkowski, who's the other geezer? Brian. They're all 6'4". They're just heading the ball out every minute, marking the life out of you. You bring Xerxes on, they can't mark him because he's just guaranteed the ball now. You know what I'm saying? Interchange. Man United always comes with a bomb. You know, see Man United's name in this. It's always a bomb, always about other team or something. Man United are pushing to sign Brian Mbeumo for the US preseason tour after Brentford rejected 2 bids, including one over 60 million. United insist on negotiating them. That's not really news then, is it? Talk stalled due to Keith Andrews replacing Frank, despite progress last month. Okay, that's what it stalled for. Because of the managers, yeah? So Samuel Luckhurst said that. Samuel Luckhurst is good for Man United news. He's on enough. He's on enough still. I meant Xerxes in the 10. Yeah. With Mbeumo and Cunha. Yeah. I know what you're saying now. Yeah. Interchange type of thing, yeah? I hear you. Yeah. Cool, man. No problem. I'll get into the next one. Like I said, if you've missed anything, not well, I'm going to spin back round. I got you, lot. This is some more news about today as well. We've got AC Milan are now working on a deal to sign Rasmus Højlund. That came out yesterday. I don't know how true that is. I don't know this source. I can't vouch for them. Sports media are set. I don't know, mate. But Inter Milan already walked over. They said, we're not signing this geezer no more. We signed the geezer called Bonnie. We've got Thuram. We've got Martinez. And we've got, who is this? They got Taremi. We've got 4 strikers. We're good. They don't want him no more. This Vitek guy that's meant to be one of the young goalkeepers, teams for Austrian champions, I want to sign him now apparently as well. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't think we really rate him like that, because if we really rated him, why would we give Tom Heaton another deal for a year? If we've got Bayende or Nana, why would we make our third keeper Tom Heaton? So he's come back from loan. He's a young kid. Apparently he's highly regarded, but why would we not? You know what I'm trying to say? I don't get that one day, unless we just looked at him as he might stay with the young boys, like the academy. So I don't know. But he's, they want a new stopper. Sturm, Graz, he might go, whatever. We'll see what happens with that. And then we got Garnacho. Aston Villa are among the clubs monitoring developments with Garnacho. The player is also aware of ongoing interest from Chelsea. So, Wiz, this is for you, my boy. Yeah, they're still in for, you lot are still in for Garnacho. And the boy Ornstein said it himself yesterday as well. Yeah, he said, with Madueke leaving, Arsenal, Chelsea are open to the idea of adding another wide player, attacker, to the ranks. They have held an interest in Garnacho since January, and Man United are looking to sell the 21-year-old. That is what's going on. And then it says Chelsea are open to signing a winger and are interested in Alejandro, Garnacho, and Morgan Rogers. They're not going to buy Morgan Rogers. It's going to be about 80, 90 million. Let's be real. Garnacho's there, bro. Just take the geezer and go. So Chelsea, listen, Garnacho, this is what I'm trying to say to you about the whole Freedom 5 here. They've all kind of done themselves where they've all sat there and said, I'm going to leave, but it's going to be on my terms. That's what they're basically saying. Garnacho's saying, I only want to stay in the Premier League. So the fact that you only want to stay in the Premier League is kind of put him at a deficit, because who's really going to go for him in the Prem apart from maybe Villa or maybe Chelsea? So Chelsea have to go for him. But the only obstacle, look, even with seeing this about Chelsea, blah, 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 is this, the Freedom 5. Look at the last article. It says the clubs interested in the Freedom 5 are expected to wait before making formal bids, hoping the price decreases as the 1st of September approaches. So they might wait till deadline day. If the Freedom 5 are still available, they know what Amrin's on. They saw what he done to Rashford. This geezer's not going to get a game. He ain't going to be on the bench. So they're going to come in and say, you know what? We'll come for the Freedom 5 the last minute and then just give us a little deal. So they might come and underbid us. You know what? 40 million for Garnacho. Knowing that we want 60, but because it's the last minutes, Garnacho sitting there, nothing ain't happening. It's nearly the, you know what I'm saying? So this is the situation with the Freedom 5, bro. Chris Wheeler came out and said the Freedom 5, they can't train until after 5. It's crazy, isn't it? After 5, they don't want to be seeing them before 5. So the whole team goes into training and trains, and then 5 o'clock they can come in and do their thing. None of them's coming on pre-season. We go for pre-season on Tuesday. Remember that. Tuesday, guys. Tuesday, we're going to pre-season. None of them are coming. Freedom 5, go out there and get your club. You don't need nothing in my head about formations and none of that. No, focus on your club and get out of here. So that's the situation with the Freedom Fires. But everyone is praying it and saying, nah, Man United want this. You know what? I think I can undercut them. Barcelona, Rashford said, I only want Barca. They're turning around and going, yeah, we want a loan from him. We want a loan. We only want a loan for Rashford. So we'll come from in the end of the window. And then hopefully, because he's on 300k a week, they're going to want to split it with us and get him on loan. They're not even convinced in him. Garnacho, same thing. Chelsea, they're probably going to wait a little bit. Do you understand? Unless someone comes in with a bid for Garnacho, that's when Chelsea might wake up and go, let's go now. Sancho don't want to drop his wage. Obviously, there's this talk about agreement. Hopefully it's true. But if not, you know what happened for him to even get there where he's only got Juventus left. He didn't want to drop his wage. It's just mad. Anthony, I only want to go Betis. Como came in for Cesc Fabregas' team. Other teams have been lurking. Eric Ten Hag, Bayer Leverkusen. Nope, I only want to go Betis. So the Freedom 5, we're going to see what happens to them, man. But I don't know, man. It's a bit sticky still. So I've told you about Sancho. I've told you about my man. This is some more news as well. As you can see, the new kits come out today. That's the away kit Acuna is wearing on the left. Then this has come out. Look at this. This is another article now for the Mbeumo. And this is from Graham Bailey. And he says, the bid from Brentford for Amari Hutchinson breaks their transfer record by 7 million. I'm sitting there saying it's 4 million. I thought it was 31 million that the most they spent. It's by 7 million. So what's that then? They've spent 27 million or something, 28 million on the player. Because the new bid is 35 million. So it breaks their transfer record by 7 million. The fee is surely with knowledge of a large sum coming in the next few days. You understand? This could represent progress in the bid to sign Mbeumo, with Brentford asking to be allowed to arrange his replacement prior to the transfer going through. Come on, man. This is what I'm telling you, though. They're broken their bid structure, bro. You can't break a man's big bid structure for a player that's going to come in and play the same place as Mbeumo. It does not make no sense. He's definitely replacing him. You understand? And you're not going to have big Fabrizio coming out here and saying the same thing. He's going to replace Mbeumo. And he's basically done that. That's what they're trying to do. So hopefully they end up getting their bid accepted, man. They get whatever next bid they go for. They get accepted. They get Amari Hutchinson. And then it comes true. But there's no way they've just broke their bid structure. 28 million is the most they've ever spent. And now they're going to done 35 for a man that's not even going to... Come on. And Mbeumo's gone, mate. Let's be real. He has to be gone. And then we got Luis Diaz. Remember, I keep telling you about Luis Diaz. He is the reason Rashford ain't getting his dream move. Because they want Luis Diaz. Do you understand? Both Bayern and Barca plan to try again. They've been rejected twice, both of them. Both of them have gone to Liverpool and got rejected twice. And they're still waking up every day and going, we're still going to try again. We're still going to try again. We need to try again. Bro, Liverpool rejected bids from Bayern and also an approach from Barca in June as they want to keep Diaz. But they're still saying, I'm going to try again for Diaz. Remember, I showed you that article yesterday. I showed you that. It said, Barca, Deco, who is the sporting director of Barca. So how we've got Jason Wilcox and all of that, they've got Deco. He said, Fabrizio Romano said, let me show you that. Look at the last article. Deco is crazy about Luis Diaz. That's their sporting director. So Rashford, they don't really want him, bro. This is mad. They're getting rejected left, right, and centre. Them on Bayern, look at that. This is from Fabrizio yesterday, by the way. Liverpool received 67 million euros official bid from Bayern for Luis Diaz, and they got rejected yesterday. Look at the bottom of that, the last paragraph. Luis Diaz open to summer exit with both Bayern and Barca keen. So they're getting rejected every minute, and they're still saying, no, we're still going in for him. We don't care. That's what's going on. So this is what I'm trying to say to you, man. I don't think my man, they don't really rate him, man. They don't really rate Rashford. So I don't know if Rashford's going to end up moving. It's a bit peak still. But this is today's one now. He said the same thing basically today, that Luis Diaz remains open to leave Liverpool this summer for good proposal. But remember, Liverpool are saying they want 100 million for him now. I don't know how that's going to work. They're saying they want 100 million, but they keep rejecting every bid for him. But I think Luis Diaz isn't on good wages. He's meant to be, I don't know if it's a rumor, but it's meant to be on like 80k or something. He wants them. He said, I've won the league. Give me a better wage. They don't want to give him no better wages. So he said, I want to leave. That's what it is. So it's probably all negotiation contacts. Like he's going to end up getting a better wage, or whatever. But Bayern and Barca plan to try again. They've both been rejected twice and they're still going. We still want this guy. That's how much they don't want to come in for Rashford, that they keep trying and trying and trying. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. Then we got pre-season. There's a few of the guys looking lean. They put the sports science, put them in a nutrition diet or something, and they've all lost mad weight. I don't know, mate. They're going to be running a lot this season, maybe. We'll see. And we'll see if it means anything. We're going to watch the first game against Leeds on Saturday, 2:00 for those that don't know. So it's all there. Look, this is all the pre-season games, etc. This is our lineup for the next 6. And it's Leeds at 2:00 on Saturday. Then we fly out on the 22nd, which is Tuesday. So this Tuesday, we're going to America. That's when it starts. Leeds game is the friendly, it's the edit thing. The tour is the serious stuff. So the 22nd, which is Tuesday, we fly out. West Ham, we play West Ham at 12:00. I can't remember where it is, but it's in America. And then we got Bournemouth, and then we got Everton, and then obviously we've got Fiorentina at home. That's just another friendly a week before we start, just to get the guys still fresh. And then I think Arsenal don't play for like 20 days before that. Arsenal's ones, their last game is like the 1st of August or something. So Arsenal are going to be chilling, but I think we want to stay more in the motion. So we're ready. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not. It's only a week anyway. So yeah, and then Arsenal's our first game on the 17th of August. So that's pre-season, they're ready. So yeah, man, the Mbeumo stuff, like you can see here, bro, the bid from Brentford for Amari Hutchinson breaks their transfer record by 7 million. The fee is surely with knowledge of a large sum coming in over the next few days. This could represent progress in the bid to sign Mbeumo, with Brentford asking to be allowed to arrange his replacement prior to the transfer going through. And that all goes down to this, which is the main news, bro. And this is what Fabrizio said, the first article, said this the other day. This is 2 days ago. You've got the date at the bottom. And he said, Brentford are showing an initial interest in Amari Hutchinson as possible replacement for Bryan Mbeumo in case of exits with Man United. Brentford appreciate Hutchinson, but no club-to-club talk shit. That was 2 days ago. And then all of these 4 to your right are all today that they've bidded for him. So they've turned around today, or yesterday it was, and they've bidded for Amari Hutchinson, and it's been rejected. Understood to have been reached the 35 million release relegation clause in talks yesterday, but agreement fell down on payment structure. Player understood to be disappointed and keen on the move. He wants to get out of that championship. I balled in the Prem. Hopefully I get a move, get me out of it. Fabrizio's come out again and said, more on Amari Hutchinson, an exclusive story. You know he's got to be extra and say it was my exclusive story because he broke it 2 days ago, as you can see. So he goes, Brentford had 35 million bid rejected for Amari, didn't meet payment terms, needed to activate release clause. So obviously, they might want all the money up front. They might want all the money in 2 installments. They might have just wanted to pay it in 4 or something. That's all it is. That's what's happened. So the money's there. They're ready to pay it. But now it's run out. So they got to pay more money now because it's expired. The clause has expired. Ipswich hope to keep Amari, but he's keen on joining Brentford, expected to return. And then last one is from Damesh, whatever his name is. Brentford expected to go back in for Ipswich Town forward Amari Hutchinson after having multiple approaches rejected on Tuesday. Brentford met 35 million relegation clause, but not the structure. Clause expired at 5 p.m. yesterday. Ipswich do not want to sell. So Brentford tried everything they can to get Amari Hutchinson yesterday. This was not, they went in there for a chat, to monitor, consider, keep an eye, none of that. They went to press the button for the relegation clause. Yeah, we want him. But obviously, it's the way they done it. They had to probably pay more money up front or something, and that didn't happen. So that's the situation with my man. You don't make it for whatever you make it for. I would say this is nothing but good news with the Mbeumo stuff. Like I just showed you, this is the most they've ever spent on a player. Brentford buy players cheap and sell them on. Ivan Toney cost them like 8 million. They sold him on for 40. And Mbeumo cost them 5 million. They might sell him on for 65. This is what they do. So they're spending all their money now, 35 million on a player that plays in the same place as Mbeumo. Fabrizio's already telling us that he's a replacement for Mbeumo, and people still want to sit and be negative. Come on, man. There's something brewing here. Let's see what happens. 3-4-1-2 formation, push up Cunha and Mbeumo, Xerxes, Bruno as Cam. That could work still. It could work. A lot of interchanging going on. Brentford to United, stay humble, safe. Freedom 5. Yeah, man, that's the Freedom 5, man. Aston Villa have registered an interest and are weighing up a move for Alejandro Garnacho while Chelsea and Tottenham are monitoring. I don't think Tottenham's in for him. Tottenham bought Kudus. They've got about 5 wingers. Brennan Johnson, Son, Odegaard. They've got wingers galore. I don't think they'll be in for him. Richarlison, come on. So, yeah, but I said that anyways. Chelsea or Aston Villa. But Chelsea, it seems that we're in for Martinez. If we're in for Martinez and Watkins, we can do something that helps them out because they've got FFP problems. You see what all the players were doing before when Aston Villa will buy Chelsea's academy product for like 40 million and then they will do it back. You know, like them ones. So they can actually pay 60 million for Garnacho and then we go and pay 50 million for Watkins. You know, like bump it up so that we both get our deals. It's good on the books. 2 players that whatever. Obviously, Watkins is happy to stay, but you know what I mean. So hopefully we can do something with them, man. But Chelsea, I don't want them. I don't want to go there and do something with Jackson. Diaz to Barca, Rashford to Liverpool. We wish me. I don't think my man's ever going to go Liverpool. I don't think Rashford's going to move, you know. I think unless he drops his thing, I need to go to my favourite Barcelona, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen. I think Bayern Munich's better with taking him. Serious awakening for the freedom fighters. They really thought they were special. Chelsea bad gettings. And Garnacho's got about 23 more goals and assists than Gittins in 2 years. It's crazy. Like, it's mad. Anthony seems to be the most wanted in the 5. Who would have thought that? Yeah, straight. It's mad, isn't it? And he's the most wanted to stay. When you chat to Man United fan, they'll be like, Anthony don't deserve this. Everyone you chat to will be like, Anthony's actually all right. He's calm, but it's mad. I think they're just saying, yo, get out. As much as Rash wants to move, he'll never go to Paul. Yeah, that won't happen, man. That's never going to happen. He's a Manchester boy. Big up yourself, Boderick. So, yeah, man, that's the situation with that, man. I think Mbeumo will be done before United jet out. That's Tuesday, RSG. So, hopefully by Tuesday, Mbeumo's gone. But that's what I'm saying. There's no way that this is all happening. They're bidded. When Rasmus came in his chat earlier, he thought that this was all chat. Like, they were just talking. You understand? Like, they are actually bidded now. Do you understand? If we pay up, yeah, look, this is what Rasmus said. They're only going to get Hutchinson if we pay up. They just have a replacement ready. Yeah, Rasmus came in and basically just read the first one. He didn't see the next 4 that they're bidded. You don't bid for someone until you're ready, bro. So something is going on. We don't know what's going on in the background, but something is going on. So Brentford have been lining up, and that's what I'm saying. No, they're not even lining up. They're bidded for him. They lined him up 2 days ago. Look at the date. They lined him up 2 days ago, as you can see on the left. The first article from Fabrizio. Brentford appreciate Hutchinson, but no club-to-club talks yet with Ipswich Town. Then the next 4, these next 4 are all today. Every single one of them, the dates at the bottom is today's news. They're bidded. It's been rejected because of the payment terms, the way they've tried to structure it. So the money's cool because it's a release clause, but it's the payment. It's the terms needed. That they probably want the money 2 installments. Do you understand? I don't know what's half of 35. Let's say 17 or something. Boom, twice. They want it like that. They might be saying, nah, we just want to pay 3 times. It might just be something like that, literally. But from time they are thinking, and then we've got, what's his name that just came out and said that? Was it Graham Bailey that came out and said this? Yeah, Graham Bailey and Jonathan M, whatever. The bid for Brentford for Rami Hutchinson breaks their transfer record by 7 million. The fee is surely with knowledge of a large sum coming in over the next few days. Come on. They're not going to break their transfer fee for a geezer that is going to come and play next to their best player. You know what I'm going to say? That's like, I don't know, Liverpool going out there and buying someone right now for 150 million that's going to play in the same position as Salah. It doesn't make no sense. They wouldn't do that unless Salah's gone. Yeah, Brentford pushing hard for Amari. There you go. That's just 4 articles. There's been more since we've been on stream. But I can't bother to rise it up. There's been more. Bro, this transfer for, man. I know it's a long thing, innit, Sudashan? There's obviously a big dispute about them Mbeumo fee, mate. United seem to have had enough of being overcharged. Exactly. They're trying to change it up this season. But we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we get it on our turn. We don't want to... Imagine all of this happens and then we hear that we pay 70 million anyway. It's crazy, innit? It's boring. Other clubs are almost done with their business. Yeah, it's fucked. I thought Brentford missed the deadline. Yeah, it's been rejected because they didn't miss the deadline. It's been rejected, and then now the deadline is kicked in. If you read it, that's what it says. Look, the clause has expired now. So they've done the 35 million. Basically, they bidded the 35 million, but they didn't match the clause, and then now the clause is done. So look at that. Look at the bottom right. Read the bottom right. Brentford expected to go back in for Ipswich Town forward Amari Hutchinson after having multiple approaches rejected on Tuesday. Brentford met 35 million relegation clause, but not the structure. Clause expired at 5 p.m. yesterday. Ipswich don't want to sell. So now the clause expired. Now Ipswich can charge whatever they want. So that was 35 mil. They might say, no, we want 42 mil. We want 45 because we don't want to sell him. So that's the only benefit for Ipswich. But if you look at all the other reports, look at Fabrizio's. Look at the last line for Fabrizio. Expected to return. Do you understand? Look at Leo Thomas. Player understood to be disappointed and keen on the move. You understand? Sam Taboo, he's a Brentford, West London journalist. He deals with Fulham, Brentford, and Chelsea. And he said Brentford looking to secure a deal for Amari Hutchinson. So, and look, even when you look at what he's quoting, it says Brentford faced fight to land Amari Hutchinson after missing deadline. So they still want the geezer. All three of them have said they still want him. So they're still going in for him. Nothing ain't done yet over there. Maybe that's a signal to Mbeumo buyer to hurry up. But they're bidded though. Do you know what I'm going to say to you? They've bidded for him. So maybe we don't know what's going on, but it seems like to me like maybe Mbeumo, this is what they're waiting for, to just wrap up and let Mbeumo go. It might be like, let us get our replacement and then we'll wrap this one up. Because why would you bid? And they're breaking their wage, they're breaking their whole transfer thing. Wow, like if we're just talking, see when we saw this on the left about from Fabrizio, this first article, 2 days ago, that was a bit calm. Like, all right, that don't really mean nothing. It just said, all right, Brentford are showing initial interest in Amari, no problem. He might replace blah blah blah. Cool. Now they're bidded, bro. This is 4 different articles. Why would they bid if they just like if they're trying to use it as mind game or something? They won't bid. Say they bid for him and then Mbeumo doesn't go. What, you got Hutchinson and Mbeumo that play next to each other? That doesn't make no sense. I was shocked Man United even launched their away kit. Yeah, they're gonna do that though. Man United, you know the Glazers love money. We should take on Rasmus and Onana, stay another year. Both of them deserve to be gone as well. They have amazing attitude but need to be coached. Bruv, no one wants them. I'm just getting reality now. Because a lot of people, this is what they say, we're not selling anyone. Nobody wants our players, bro. And whoever does want our players, they're being entitled. So Monaco wouldn't pay Onana what he wants. So that just fizzled out. Højlund, Inter was in for him, and they said, this guy, we don't know about him. They just keep coming for loans. Everyone that's coming in for our players is bare loan talks. The only thing we've seen is the Sancho 15 million stuff. But everyone else is just, we want a loan. They're not even trusting him. Rashford, we just want a loan. Like, there's no Anthony. He's gone real bit, he smashed it, and now they're saying they want a loan again. Like, what are we doing here, mate? So I don't know, man. I feel like they needed to go, but I don't know. Like, you got to remember, they've already exiled the Freedom 5. How much players do you not really want them to exile? You've exiled the Freedom 5. You're not playing, go get your moves, and they're still not moving. What, we're going to exile Nana now, exile Højlund, and no one even wants these guys. We'll have a squad of 11 exiled if we're going off that one. You know what I mean? Casemiro's. There's probably loads of players that they don't want, but they know people don't want them. So fuck it. Let's just leave it for now. If something comes in a shot bid, we'll take it. But I think that's the situation, man. I wanted both of them gone, but it's not FIFA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to go as nice as we want it. Get the deal done. Hopefully, Kev, man. Hopefully. Alex Cook on Team Talk said United have saved 400k by delaying, and when we say, yeah, I saw that. He said, I think it was more than that. The 6 weeks, if we signed Mbeumo from the 2nd of June, we would have been paying him 150 a week. So by this time, it would have been like a mil or something, or some madness like that. It would have been just under a mil, 100, 150 every week. So it's like they waited, and then now they're going to get him just before the thing, so they've saved a bit of money. I see that. It's a joke, isn't it? But it could be true. Let me summarize this, man. So Mbeumo, man, I reckon it's going to happen, man. But from what we heard yesterday from Ornstein, that they're far apart, I just don't understand why they're bidding for someone, his replacement, bro. Fabrizio is meant to be the most reliable. He's saying he's going to be a replacement. If they bid for my man, it's going to be a replacement. Today they've woken up and they've bidded. Or yesterday they've done it and it's come out today. 4 different people have told us, a Brentford journalist, Sky Sports, and Fabrizio Romano have all said the same thing. So I don't know. We've had We've had my man come out and say the same thing as well. Graham Bailey's basically said the same thing. He said that they break their transfer record by 7 million. So the most they've bought a player for is 28 million. So they break that by buying Amari Hutchinson. You can see their intent. They really want him. They're still in there for him. We're going to see what happens. So that's the main thing with Mbeumo. Hopefully we hear more news about this. We get a here we go or something later or whatever. Remember, we leave on Tuesday. So we need to get it wrapped up by Tuesday if it happens. So we'll see what happens with this. Then we had Estupinan. Nothing really mad. We just got a genuine interest in him. We've held talks with the player. They've bought a new left back. Remember, they've got Ferdi Kadioglu, whatever his names. I can't remember his name. He was injured for the whole of last season. He's still there. They've got him. Who else have they got? They've got a few players that can play left back, right back, etc. So they're stacked. Brighton's always stacked in positions anyway. They've sold Adingra. They're open to letting him go because they've already got another left back. So it could happen. I can't see us going for him now because we've got other positions to fulfill. He might just be on the list for like later on, but I can't see us going for him right now. What's the point? Right wing back we need a striker, we need a 10, we need a midfielder, we need a goalkeeper. So I don't know. Martinez, all the links are in have come out from what's that place called? Argentina. Loads of links. I don't know why it's gone so crazy today, but it's just every minute they're saying Martinez, we're linked with him, he's ready to join us, negotiations are in progress, blah, blah, blah. Like they keep talking about it. I don't know why. Like I said, I put out a report that basically said, this is from Laurie Whitwell as well, who's very reliable, and he basically said, listen, Martinez is only coming in if we sell Onana. We ain't got no money like that. So we want to sell Bayern there to get the other geezer who is cheap, 5 million, John Victor, and then with Martinez, he's only going to come in if Onana goes. It makes sense. If we get 20 million for Onana, we can spend that on Martinez. If we get 5 million or 3 million for Bayern there, we can spend that on John Victor. He's only for 5.6 million. So I don't know how true these links are, but it's heating up. This is all today, as you can see. So I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I'm going to show you lot. We got Action Jack. Look at that. I hope we don't get Jackson. Action Jack. Listen, mate. You see, when I look at these articles now, they don't affect me no more because I've got to look at what they're actually saying. And it's just saying Man United are monitoring Jackson. Man United are considering Jackson. Man United are interested Jackson. Man United are keeping an eye on Jackson. Yeah, it's 4 different journalists, so it's like, oh, something might be brewing there. But, mate, like, nothing had happened yet. It's not like we're chatting to Chelsea or we're in club-to-club talks. It's nothing serious yet. So it's nothing to go mad for yet. He might just be on a list with 10 different strikers. And they've just caught onto this list and just thought, let's all talk about Jackson. It might just be something like that. Then we got the freedom fighter. He wants freedom bad. We don't know if he's going to get the freedom. It says that they have an agreement in place with Juventus now. Apparently his wages are all calm, but we just need a club-to-club agreement with Juventus. And that Juventus have increased their offer to £15 million. And obviously we got to pay Sancho also. I think they want to pay half of the money off or something. But then we had Simon Jones came out and said Sancho's an option for Juventus, but it's not their priority as they push for Conceição. So I don't know. Is he one of the two? Because now they got a here we go. As you can see, it got updated with a Conceição to Juventus. Here we go. So was he one of the two? And now they got Conceição. They're not going to get him no more. Or I don't. What happened? We don't know what's happened. So we're gonna have to see what happens in it with this one. If they still want him or not. If there's a real agreement or that's a lie. Who knows, me? But we'll see. Apparently 15 million, apparently agreement. Sad to say it, but the deal with Jadon Sancho not happening. They just signed left from. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Charlie. Love for that. Conceição. This is what I'm saying. So is it just one of each then? They just want one of them. Or do they want both? Because I've been seeing Juventus pages putting both of them in the lineup and Yildiz in the middle and Jonathan David up front. So I don't know, mate. Like I said, I don't really know Alfredo Padula. I don't know if he's reliable or not, but United seem to think, yeah, he's reliable. So they're putting it up. We'll see. So we'll see if anything more upgrades on that. We've got this stuff, Rasmus Højlund to AC Milan. I've never heard of this source in my life. Sport Media Set. I don't know if they're reliable or not. What a name. We'll see, mate. Inter Milan was in from first. They said, can't be bothered anymore. What this young kid, he just come from on loan. He's done a successful loan, come back. And now he's getting linked to the Austrian champion, Sturm Graz. We'll see what happens with him. Do you know what I mean? And then we got Aston Villa among the clubs monitoring Alejandro Garnacho. Simon Jones has said that. And we had something in the chat about that as well. Look, from Chris Wheeler. Aston Villa registered an interest in weighing up a move for Garnacho. Remember, they've been linked with him for ages. This is why when he done that picture with the top, everyone was going mad because you're linked with Aston Villa. So you've been twerking for them. So look, that's Chris Wheeler saying it. Simon Jones is saying it. David Ornstein saying it. With Madueke leaving for Arsenal, Chelsea are open to the idea of adding another wide player, Garnacho. And then you had S. Johnson Sport saying the same thing. Chelsea are open to signing a winger, Garnacho. So, mate, something's brewing there. Hopefully they're coming for him. He said he wants to stay in the Prem. Who else is going to go and, you know what I'm saying, and get him apart from him? And then we got, obviously, this stuff is just what I just told you about Mbeumo. That's their most money that they've spent on a transfer for Amari. Why would they go and spend that on him and at the same time still keep Mbeumo? It doesn't make no sense. Surely something's happening there. And then we got Luis Diaz. Remember, he's the only reason Rashford, they don't really want him. Rashford's like their third backup. They wanted Nico Williams first. He turfed them and signed a new contract. Luis Diaz is next on the line now. That's who they want. And then obviously they want Luis Diaz, and then Rashford's like, if it doesn't work with Diaz, we'll go with Rashford. So they're trying to keep him there. But they've been rejected twice, both of them. Bayern and Barca, both gone to Liverpool twice, and they've said he's not for sale. Matter of fact, if we are to consider selling him, it's going to be 100 million. And they're still waking up in the morning and going, you know what? We're still keen on him. We're going to try again. Look, they're still going to try again at the bottom. They've been rejected twice, both clubs, you know, and they're still saying we're going to try again. I don't know what this is, mate, but it must be stalking. And this is just yesterday that basically, look at, if you read it, same thing came out again yesterday when the bid got rejected. And you look at the last, if you look at the last one, article, it says Deco is crazy about Luis Diaz. Deco is their sporting director. How we got Jason Wilcox, they've got Deco. So if he's crazy about Luis Diaz, let's just forget about it, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell, innit? They want Luis Diaz, but if they can't get Luis Diaz because Liverpool keeps rejecting them, they're going to say, you know what, we'll just settle for Rashford. But even Rashford, they don't even want to pay for him. They're going to have to pay for Diaz. They can't go there and get him for loan. He's going to be about 75 million. Rashford's 40 million, and they keep saying we want loan anyway. Loan. So that's the situation with that. This is the goalkeeper stuff I told you about. Lamens, he's made the most saves in the world, and we're linked with him. Hopefully it goes through. But like I said, he's 20 million euros. Are we going to spend that money without selling Onana? I don't know. So we might miss out on him. Leeds are in for him as well, and Sunderland. And then it says from the Athletic, which is Laurie Whitwell, and he says, in terms of goalkeepers, Botafogo's John has been scouted in case Bayern Day leaves because they're about the same price. Bayern Day costs about 3-4 million. He costs 5.8. And then it says if Martinez was to come, it would only be because Onana was sold because of the money. So if Onana goes for 20 million, you go for Martinez, etc. If Bayern Day goes for 3-4 million, we can pay 5.8 million for Bayern Day, for John Victor. That's the situation with Man United. So, yeah, love to everyone that's been in the chat. I'm going to be back on later. Hopefully, we've got some update on this. They bid again or something, or boom. But I'll keep you lot intact. Appreciate all of you lot. I hope everyone have a great day. Make sure you hit the like on the way out, man. All of you lot, man. The likes are not adding up, man. You know what I'm doing for you lot. So hit the likes on the way up. And make sure you subscribe if you're new here. We do this every day. I'll be back on later. I've got you lot in a bit.
Someone said let's pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more